Oh, nice, nice. My buddy learned React Native as a finance student, built a lot of this mobile app himself. It's so easy with Firebase and stuff right now. Is the skill threshold just getting gonna get lower and lower? Um, for all like easy shit, yeah. But that's the natural progress of everything that there's a lot of patterns on in coding. Like, so if you see a lot of people doing the same shit, 100% it's gonna get automated and easier over time. That's what we're all doing. That's one funny thing I'll see in when it comes to a lot of let me delete all this stuff. I'll see when it comes to a lot of the like AI is going to take our job stuff. It's like that's the point. That's like what everyone who is good likes about this shit, and that it automates stuff. Like it's supposed to automate. All right, so the max tokens does not need to be that big. Frequency penalty. You don't need a print. We're not going to have a request post. We're going to have an async function. It's going to be prompt llama to request. It's going to pass in prompt. Yeah, we'll just pass in the prompt in this function. All handles boiler code great, but it's a while before it can handle the logical problems we solve and build out. Yeah, it's more so just automation. It's just because it's not just AI. It's just yeah, it's like Python automated a ton of shit, memory wise and logically. It's all the same shit. Everything that makes each time step more efficient. It's like you can use an hour, you can use a minute, you can use a day. But whenever people are producing more valuable code, which is just code is it's a it's how you manipulate information, and we live in an information realm. So we live in a world where information is dominant when it comes to like resources. So people use information um, to like the Leviathan, the forces that dominate us to so we keep in the social construct. Information is king. So people will get your data so that they learn how to manipulate markets to get more resources to make bombs. You know what I mean? So it's like, and like that competition of information is everything. Um, the every time anyone thinks of any way someone can code and be more efficient with how we manipulate and do stuff with information and produce information, they're literally like it's power. It's pure raw power. Um, so all the talk of like, oh no, it's gonna automate the jobs. Good, good. You think your fucking job matters? I know it does in a local sense. I'm not trying to be a dick there. I'm just saying it doesn't like matter in the way we often think. It's more what I'm trying to say there. Okay, so this is I gotta put the API key directly in here. It does matter. Like obviously in a local sense it matters, but the system doesn't. It doesn't matter whether or not you specifically have a job. It matters whether or not you're placed societally in a way where you can accrue enough debt to all alleged, all my opinions, all good. not trying to impose any beliefs, but it's like, why do you want to go um, to a city to make money and get experiences? It's like these things are they're as much as I kind of think the social constructionists are like kind of retarded. They do have a point when it comes to your environment dictates a lot of your behavior. It's true. That's not the API key, right? Yeah, it dictates a ton of your behavior. Ton. Why do you want to do the things you do? You're being placed. It's typically so you can accrue more debt. So it's like in school they teach us to um, like they won't teach they teach you how to produce to be a debt slave for someone else because that's the hierarchy. So it's like the higher I meet business people, like the more you talk to people that are really high echelon types of people, they're all about how they can leverage debt and essentially get people in debt and become creditors. Um, it's kind of fucked up. Um, Also, convert. I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to keep my brain going right now. Also converts raw text to structured code in a snap. Also use it a lot or sort of enum or list prior to using encode to sorting. On runtime, code is a map for data directions. Uh, Value only comes. Yeah, exactly, Maliki. Dude, it's so refreshing, Maliki, talking to you because so many people just don't like you get it. Like, dude, yeah, value just comes from labor. The best dudes are always the tradesman dudes that didn't go the because like there's the dudes that go down the get fucked up, get drunk every day, eat like shit life, and then there's the dudes that like just excel beyond. And I feel like the way they think, I always love. Um, Isn't it kind of counterproductive to use AI since like good judgment is more valuable in the long run? But you build judgment by building things to learn the fundamentals. So if you rely on it, yeah, it's not counterproductive to use AI. I would say it's counterproductive to depend on to like well depend is a weird word. I don't think it's counterproductive to use it. It's more so counterproductive um, to build AI and get dumber over time because of your dependency. It's like it's hard because if we become more dependent on what AI gives us, we will lose a lot of fundamental and intuitive knowledge. But there's the fear of that. It's like think of the abstracts, think of the forms of these things. It's like don't just think about the word AI and you think of whatever you want to think, but I'm just saying it's like the way I think about it is it's not so much AI. It's like what is the form of what AI is doing? What is it? AI is used to automate. So it's all about pattern recognition and how to generalize those patterns so it can become useful. So it's like you take a lot of data points and you find a way for these data points to have the consistency and form to itself. The use of that is automation. What AI is doing is the same thing cars did. It's the same thing like a ton of automated like the assembly line is AI. You know what I mean? Like what the way people are using AI. Um, it makes people more yeah, it's an efficiency improval. So it's like does that now to rephrase your question on the counterproductive thing with that given like with that thesis um Good judgment is more valuable in the long term, but you build judgment by building things to learn the fundamentals. So you rely. So if you rely on AI too much, it's not good. So it's like, well, how do we now, having cars, know about like how horses work? Like, how do we right now, having all of this dependency and infrastructure and efficiency and access to information, like how do we like address the fact that we know so little? And for me, a lot of that is through life experience and analysis and dialectic thinking, you know, thesis, antithesis, you know, looking at ideas. And it's really, a lot of it is about intuition. Uh, but it's like we already, the point of what I'm saying, Sai, is that we're already in that situation. 100%. Like AI is already, we've been killing ourselves, making ourselves dumber with AI for years, for decades, hundreds and hundreds of years. You know, it's like the it's and now we're at a point where what we've been doing is now becoming this idea that we can translate easy. It's like before, like there's no word for it. To be honest, too many are wasted for labor over there, life for paperwork. These jobs hurt humanity as they generate nothing, and we're only there to monitor the labor. Which job? Like what took 100 people to farm land now takes one man to farm equipment. Yeah, like that's dependency. You could say that that farmer could know less about office jobs. Yeah, office jobs are all, it's the bullshit jobs thing I was talking about. Dude, side, definitely check out the coding display video. I talk through a lot of my ideas on this stuff. Like, dude, the bullshit jobs thing is so true. It's so true. It's like the, like there's so many jobs exist because of their placement. You know what I mean? Like, and you could skip the beginning part too of that video because I mean I chaptered it, so I kind of say what everything is in it. But like, it's kind of like so much, and this is something I really, also the Society of the Spectacle is an interesting book about it. It's like Marxist adjacent, so I'm not like pushing it as the like the truth or whatever, but it's like super fascinating with these people with the situationist movement in the 60s, were these people that were like really into this idea of determinment, which is like, so back in the 60s there was this big mass media craze, and then people would use the like iconography, uh, Coca-Cola and shit, to use those. They try to invert those messages to get through to people because they started in real life seeing that their lives are dominated by media and all that. And what I find so fascinating is the theories around how the images in media truly do dictate a lot of social interactions and lives. And I think in the spectacles of your life, the archetypes that you sort of that formulate in your head, Jung calls those these primordial images. That's the real archetypes. So it's like if you, because like what Carl Jung did is look at dreams. I'm all over the place right now, but I can't just go straight for. I gotta let the things go flow. If I stop the flow, then it's all done. No, but it's like he would talk through the idea, like he would analyze his people's dreams and look at the images of his patients through their dreams, and he would see, oh, there's an archetype of a lover, there's an archetype of a like a hero, there's an archetype